Good afternoon out there, shopkeepers and do-it-yourselfers. Today working on a 2012 Ford pickup. Of course, this fit many different applications, but this is the serpentine belt tensioner, and the pulley on it is clearly junk. And the tensioner itself is still good, and there's nothing wrong with the pulley. It's the bearing. So you could go out and spend $50 on a tensioner, or you could spend about $12 on a bearing. Let's see, 6203 VVC3, that NS7 S5, I don't know, NSK bearings. I get them from bearing headquarters. I think I give about $9 or $10 for these bearings. And this one bearing fits many applications. So we're just going to take this off, push the bearing out, push a new bearing in, put it back together. Something to keep in mind, many of these pulleys, the bolts that hold them on are left-hand thread, but this one is right-hand. So you want to make sure that if you can't get it loose, turn the bolt the other way. It might come loose the wrong way. And I say come loose the wrong way, meaning it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. But this one is a right-hand thread. And take note of which direction it sets back on there. And this one has got a bushing that goes in there, and it goes on this side. I just take a socket that fits in there, and I hit the top and drive it through. It don't take much, just a couple of whacks and it's out. And just make sure you got all the crap out of here, so that when you set your new bearing in there, that it will seat all the way down. And the press tool that you use, you don't want to, nope, you don't want to do that. A good idea is to use the old bearing on top of the new, and then use a drift that'll set on there and drive that in, so you're only pressing on the outer race. You can either do it like this, or like that. Make sure your bearing is seated all the way down, and then you go to put this back in. This is just a shield. I thought it looked like it was thicker, but that's because it's got a little lip on it. Many of them will have a bushing that looks just like this, only it's a lot thicker. Here is an example of what I was talking about. I don't know what this came off of, but this would set inside there and would space out your bearing, or your pulley rather, appropriately on the vehicle that you're working on. But this one's just got, it's just a shield that goes in there. So make sure you get all of your parts and pieces back in the right place. Back together. And this one here, as you can tell, it won't hardly turn. Junk. But that's how you can fix that for about $10, and it only took about a minute to drive that out. Not even that. 30 seconds to drive it out, and 30 seconds to seat a new one back in, and you're back together. But if you got a plastic pulley, then you got a problem. It's going to be junk. Thanks for watching, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. I do like your comments. You guys have a good day. Spring is coming.